Hi there, welcome to EudretiX, where we make your high school life simple. I'm Aniket, and this is part 2 of the hard difficulty problem solving for linear equations in one variable as part of our Digital SAT Algebra series, practice series. Okay, so make sure you practice each question alongside, solve it yourself before looking at our solution. Let's begin. Okay, there's an equation given: 5 times t plus 3 minus 7 times t plus 3 is equal to 38. What value of t is the solution to the given equation? Let's do two approaches to this one. First is the really basic approach. Go straight ahead, open the brackets, 5t plus 15 minus 7t minus 21. Be careful about the signs. Okay, negative 7 times 3 is a negative 21. 5t minus 70, that's a 2t. Plus 15 minus 21, that's a negative 6, is equal to 38. Negative 2t is equal to 38. Okay, let's do this. Now add a plus 6 to both sides to get rid of this negative 6 on the left hand side. 38 plus 6 is a 44. Negative 2t is 44. T is equal to 44 over negative 2, which is negative 22. This is one approach. What is the other approach? I'm doing it in blue. As you can see, the variable, both variables are written in terms of t plus 3. Let's take t plus 3 as x. 5x minus 7x is equal to 38. Negative 2x is equal to 38. X is equal to negative 38 over 2 or negative 19. X is negative 19. T plus 3 is negative 19. T is equal to negative 19 minus 3 or negative 22. These are the two different approaches to the same question. We've just used substitution in the second method, since all the variable terms could be represented using x, and it was simplifying the equation. So that's what you need to look for whenever you're given these kind of equations. You can see if all the variable terms can be represented using a substitution, and if that simplifies the equation instead of complicating it, then you can go ahead with that approach. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, next question. You can see Townsend Realty Group investments. There's a table given. The Townsend Realty Group invested in the 5 different properties listed in the table above. The table shows the amount in dollars the company paid for each property and the corresponding monthly rental price in dollars the company charges for the property at each of the 5 locations. Townsend Realty purchased the Glenview Street property and received a 40% discount off the original price, along with an additional 20% off the discounted price for purchasing the property in cash. Which of the following best approximates the original price in dollars of the Glenview Street property? Okay, so these are the prices which the Townsend Group actually paid. Okay, these are not the original prices of the properties, but what prices they paid. Okay, so we're talking about Glenview Street property. Glenview Street is this one, this property. Okay, so Townsend paid $140,000 to get the Glenview Street property. They're saying that Townsend received a 40% discount off the original price and an additional 20% off the discounted price. So we need to make an approximation for the original price. Let's try this one. So let's say the original price of Glenview Street property is X dollars. First of all, they received a 40% discount. So what is the discounted price now? X minus 40% of X. This is the discounted price, which basically is 60x over 100. And then they get an additional 20% discount off the discounted price, not on the total price, but on the discounted price. So on this one, they get an additional 20% discount. How do we represent that? 1 minus 20 over 100. This means reducing the 1 represents the complete thing, 60x over 100, minus 20 over 100 represents reducing 20% of 60x over 100. So 1 minus 20 over 100 is 80 over 100. So 80 over 100 multiplied by 60 over 100 multiplied by x. X is the original price. This is equal to the final purchase price of which was paid by Townsend, which is $140,000. Okay, so what is the original price? Let's check this. So these can be cancelled. This becomes $140,000 multiplied by 100 divided by 48. You can use your calculator to find the answer to this one. This will come out to something like 291,667. Yep, approximately $291,667, which mostly resembles or is near about option B, 291,700, $291,700. This was the original price. So yeah, Townsend got a heavy discount. As we can see, they just paid $140,000. Okay, but such real estate deals only exist on papers, on test papers, not only on papers, on test papers. And this might not be a very practical price to pay for that property. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, next question. If x plus 6 over 3 is equal to x plus 6 over 13, the value of x plus 6 is between which of the following pairs of values? Okay, so the value of x plus 6, let's check. X plus 6 over 3 is equal to x plus 6 over 13. Okay, let's try to solve for the value of x plus 6. So first of all, we can multiply both sides with 13. So basically what we're doing is we're getting rid of the denominators. So this is gone. And then we multiply both sides with a 3 in order to get rid of the other denominator. So we get 13 times x plus 6 is equal to 3 times x plus 6. Okay. And then let's subtract 3 times x plus 6 on both sides. We can do that. So minus 3 times x plus 6 minus 3 times x plus 6. This and this cancel. 10 times x plus 6 is equal to 0, or x plus 6 is equal to 0. So the value of x plus 6 is coming out to be 0. So that is between -2 and 2, as we can see, option B. 0 is like, this is the only option which contains 0 in between. Okay, so we try to find the value of x plus 6. What was the other way to do this? Put x plus 6 as t. T over 3 is equal to t over 13. This also makes it very obvious that 13t is equal to 3t. This is only possible when t is equal to 0. If there is any other value of t, this won't be possible. This case won't be possible. We can also see it from here, like 13t minus 3t. That's a 10t is equal to 0. T is equal to 0. Okay. So the moment we put t is equal to 0 here, that means x plus 6 is 0. This becomes 0 equals 0, which is why this equation has infinitely many solutions. But nevertheless, the answer to this question is -2 and 2, that is option B, because x plus 6, the value of it is 0. Okay, let's go to the next one. The equation 9x plus 5 is equal to a times x plus b, where a and b are constants, has no solutions. Which of the following must be true? Okay, no solutions for this equation. No solutions means it will be something like 0 is equal to a constant. See, so 9x plus 5 is equal to ax plus ab. The variable terms must cancel each other. The constant terms must not cancel each other. Then only we'll get a condition where there would be no solutions. So the variable terms, for them to cancel each other, they must be equal. So comparing the variable terms, 9x should be equal to ax, or a is equal to 9. This is for sure one of the correct statements. So the first statement is correct. Okay. Next, for the constants, 5 should not be equal to ab, a times b. A is 9, so b should not be equal to 5 over 9. This is the next correct statement. So 1 and 3, option D is the correct one. Statement 1 and statement 3 would be the ones. Okay. And if they had asked us for infinitely many solutions, the The first statement would be still correct, a is equal to 9. Second statement would become b is equal to 5 over 9, because the constant terms also must cancel each other, just like the variable terms. So that would be the case when they're asking for infinitely many solutions, 0 equal to 0. Okay, let's move on to the next one. A science teacher is preparing the 5 stations of a science laboratory. Each station will have either experiment A materials or experiment B materials, but not both. Experiment A requires 6 teaspoons of salt and experiment B requires 4 teaspoons of salt. If X is the number of stations that will be set up for experiment A and the remaining stations will be set up for experiment B, which of the following expressions represents the total number of teaspoons of salts required? Okay, experiment A requires 6 teaspoons, experiment B requires 4 teaspoons. Okay, total 5 stations, and out of those 5, X is the number of stations that will be set up for experiment A. So for one station, 6 teaspoons will be required. So for X, 6X would be required for experiment A. Okay, now the remaining for experiment B, how many stations are there? 5 minus X times 4. 4 teaspoons for each station of experiment B. So 6X plus 5 times 4 is a 20 minus 4X. 2X plus 20 teaspoons of salt. This is what is required in total. So 2X plus 20, looking at the options, it's option C. Option C is the correct one. Okay, so this was a pretty simple question, although it was a long one to read. Yep, agreed. So with this, we come to the end of the part 2 of hard difficulty questions for linear equations in one variable. Next, we'll be beginning with linear functions, okay, as part of our algebra series, algebra practice series. If there are any questions, any doubts you still have, post them in the comments or reach out to me via email. You can get the email in the YouTube bio, YouTube description. Okay. So, and in case you want to book direct classes with me, one-to-one classes or group classes with me, go straight to the EudretiX.com website and you can book from there. Okay. You can also avail special discounts on group classes. I give a special 15% discount. Okay. So take care. Bye-bye. Keep practicing and go cracking on your SATs. Okay.